Bahala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh Shai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh Shai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh Shai, the water, Abba Babal, called Kadash. Do a quick lesson this morning. It's going to be about how to comply with our adversary. And this is speaking out as more of a teaching lesson. One thing with Jake, when we find ourselves in situations where we're dealing with the adversary and how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. So a lot of Jakes, we were raised by Shalakia, by women or through a lot of female emotional type parents. A lot of times the women are being the head of the household. Even if you have a father in the house, he really don't have the power that the father should have in the house, where his word is, should be supreme in the house. But here in Babylon the Great, a lot of the women run the household, even the father is there, because she has over him that thing where she can just take him to the court system and she can divorce him and get, more than half. She can pretty much take everything. And so a lot of times men are in these docile relationships where they are not really the head of their own household. And therefore these kids are being raised emotionally. And a lot of times these kids react emotionally when they face different types of adversity. And one type that you're going to, especially being a melanated person here in Babylon the Great, is, getting pulled over by the police, which they call 12, And there's no worse feeling than you driving, even though everything could be correct on your car, your license or whatever, everything is pretty much up to date. But you never know. You never know. Sometimes, there's been times that I couldn't find out they put something against my license. Might have been an unpaid fine that you didn't know you had, or you may have slipped and forgot, to renew something. And next thing you know, your license coming back in the system as being suspended. Like I said, it's no worse feeling to have 12 get behind you. You see them lights on, and you're praying that it's not you. And then if it is you, you got to pull over. You don't know what type of day this dude has had, and a lot of times, you don't know what type of background this guy come from. We know that there are a lot of races that are in the system. But we have to be very mindful that we're still in our captivity, man. Them curses still are over us. And so, we have to comply with our adversary, because, the Lord, he'll make the adversary work on your behalf. As a matter of fact, I need to put that in this lesson so I can add that to one of the scriptures. But, yeah, there's no worse feeling than that. And that's being here in Babylon the Great, especially if you're a so-called black man, to see them lights get behind you, man, because you don't know how that situation may turn out. And so we try to do everything we can do to avoid them situations. You don't get extra dark tint on your windows because that's just giving them an excuse to pull you over. Having somebody that smoke weed in your car, they're going to come up to your car and they're going to smell weed. And next thing you know, that gives them an excuse to go a little further digging into your cars. But let me hit these precepts real quick. St. Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So we're supposed to agree with our adversary, man. They're not there. We know they're not friendly on our behalf, most 9 times out of 10. But a lot of times, man, like I say, if you just pull, you keep your hands on the steering wheel, because a lot of times, not all of these police officers are bad. Some of them are just out there just trying to do their job. But Jake has been wilding, man. And Jake been shooting at the police, doing all type of wild shit. So even those ones, that they are already cautionary. So we have to be keep that in the back of our mind as well. So we try to help them go along with their traffic stop, when you are pulled over. And there's been a few instances myself when I got pulled over and kind of find out my plate had an issue, and like I said, I agreed with them, I gave them my license, my registration, and then when I did that, I asked, what did you pull me over for? He explained and broke it down to me. Kind of found out my license plate was had an issue, and I had to get that corrected. And I didn't receive a ticket. He pretty much let me go on my way because I was pretty much at my destination. And so the Lord will have your adversary work on your behalf, and we know at the end of the day, man, a lot of times those police, man, they just trying to make it home. And we try to make it to our destination. So agree with them, try to make it go as smooth as possible. And don't be contentious with these officers, man, when they do pull up on you. And you see a lot of TikTok videos where a lot of jakes, they're being talked into know your rights, you don't have to do this, you don't have to yada, yada, yada. But, we know we're in our captivity, man. Just try to make the shit go as smooth as possible. Do not try to antagonize these men, because a lot of them, like I said, we don't know what their background. May have had a bad day. Wife may have caught their wife sleeping out on them, and may have lost their kids or whatever, So just try to make their day go as smooth as possible. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. So we still up under these curses at the end of the day, man. And so we just pretty much, a lot of times you have to go along pretty much to get along. And, just pray to our Father, but I know they get behind me or I hear them lights, man. I threw up a prayer real quick, man. Lord will, that they're not there for me, and give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, a lot of times they go past. So the Lord's going to guide us at the end of the day anyhow, that they do come, that they come grab us and snatch us up. We give our power to the Lord, man. That's who we call on. We believe in our faith at the end of the day. Not to say that we are afraid of any of these men, because the Lord tells us not to fear any men, but, we are just trying to make it back home to our destination where we need to be going. And going to Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stick-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. And it's telling you right there, we're in the land of our captivities, man. We are prisoners of war. So you have to keep that in the back of your mind at the end of the day. We still under them curses because we went off. So you can't have that proud spirit. I know my rights and all this type shit, just rely on the Lord, man. Lord will guide you through it. He'll walk you through whatever trials or tribulations that you're going through. Let me find that one precept too. Give me 1 second. I didn't put that in the lesson, but it just came to me through the Spirit. If I can find it. Let me see. No, I can't find it. I was trying to find the precept where the Lord said, He will make your enemies be before you. Try one more thing. Oh, there it is. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. And, like I said, a lot of times, you get pulled over, you do what you're required to do. And then, if your ways please the Lord, man, he's going to make his enemies be at peace with you. Therefore, you're not going to worry about having to, get shot just for reaching for your license or, or talking back to the police, man. Just let them do their job and so they can go their way. And repeat that again. When a man's ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. With that, I'm going to close this lesson out. Lord wills edifying, to the flock out there, especially you young jakes out there, whenever you're out there, and keep in mind, we still in our captivity, try to stay safe, we have to be mindful of the times that we in. So with that, say shalom.